all them lies is creeping in your eyes, and I don't look surprised. Scared of what I might say to you, scared of what I might do. Better call up young niggas and tell they ass to come through. Cause going on up Steph Curry, quick 3 points going in the scurry.
Hey everybody, this is Fashion Your Fragrance. Welcome to my channel. My name is Treasure Takara, and thank you for joining me today on today's episode. I'm very excited that you are here tuning in with me because we're about to get into it, okay? So I just want to go really quickly here over my outfit that I have on. So I have on a shirt by Ashley Stewart. I really like their things or whatnot. Very cute. You can either wear it off the shoulder or you can put it over the shoulder. It's up to you. And same thing with the earrings. Ashley Stewart. Yes, honey. And the hair that I have in, been rocking this for some time now. I love it. Wiggins hair. Listen, y'all, I've been having this hair in for some time. Reusing it. Listen. It's the real deal. And of course, my boots, bad out. Girl, let me tell you, I love these boots. I'm gonna change it up for the next video. Okay, and also the fragrance for the day is going to be Bath and Body Works fragrance. This is really good too. This is the Desert Wildflower. Okay, it is good. So it has like blended keynotes of what, wildflowers blended with jasmine and creamy sandalwood. So when I put it on my skin or whatnot, it has like this really soft kind of flowery smell. Like it kind of reminds me of like I don't know, like being on the beach. That's what I would say. Like being on the beach is really good, and I love this scent. It's really, really good. I got it at a really good deal from Bath and Body Works, and I don't know if you guys remember from my last video, but just know that in the next, if I get up to 100 subscribers, I will be doing a giveaway. So please keep liking my videos, subscribing, you know, help your girl out, please. Okay, so here is what's going to also happen too. I want to get into the details of what this video is going to be about, is how to get out of student loan debt. Okay, specifically default. That's all I'm going to speak about. How to get out of default. Okay, so just to let you guys know, I'm a millennial, 30 years old. Okay, so got student loan debt just like everybody else. I actually got some background as a student loan debt collection manager. So I know the ins and outs, fortunately and unfortunately, of getting the loan in default. So just really quickly here, I wanted to list the top 5 ways of how to get out of default. And I'm telling you guys, you do not want to even get into default. It's bad enough that everyone has all of these student loans and stuff like that, and it's just very hard to even get a really good paying job. So it's like every now and then you really have to think out the box as far as how to get your you know, how to get paid. It's really hard out here. You know, we get these student loans. It's not even enough jobs to match up with the amount of student loan debt that we have. I have a master's degree in psychology, okay? And a lot of my colleagues or old classmates, they have almost up to over $100,000 in student loans, $200,000. It just depends on what you're going to school for. And I'm like, I literally had to hold off my dream of becoming a psychologist because the job that I, you know, have was not making sense with the pay. If you get what I'm saying. So, so just really quickly here, the top 5 things. We'll start with number 1, with how to get out of defaulted student loan debt or whatever. Is 1, you have to call your student loan servicer. Okay, you need to let them know that, hey, my bad for defaulting on the student loan. I didn't even know I even had this thing going on, because oftentimes a lot of people do not know that your student loans, when you took out that the student loan or whatever, right? And when you sign the promissory note and stuff like that, all of your loans are not in one place. And that's the other thing that a lot of colleges or do not do during the financial aid process, to let the student know that, hey, when you take out these student loans, your student loans will be placed with different student loan servicers. So you got somebody who could be paying X amount of money on this loan, but the other loan that they don't know about is becoming in default. So that's another way to get into default, but you have to know where all of your where all of your loan servicers are. And one of the ways to do that is by contacting the Department of Education. So I will leave their information right in the description, right below. So just be up on it, because it can really sneak up on you. You wouldn't even know. Number 2, you have to get into a loan rehabilitation program. So pretty much the loan rehabilitation program is designed for loans that are in default. So it takes a series of on-time payments. You have to get your documentation in, get that good to go, make those payments on time while you're in the rehabilitation program. And then when your loans transfer out of default, you have to continue to make on-time payments. Okay, a lot of people, they think their loans are completely out of default, forget to make the on-time payments, and they slip back in. You don't want to be one of those people. Okay, so make sure you get into a loan rehabilitation program. That's number 2. Let's see here. Number 3. I kind of said this in number 2 already, but you have to make sure you get all of your documentation in. I cannot stress enough how important it is to get that documentation in. Like income documentation, everything that they need, that you need while you're in the rehabilitation program, you're going to need to have all that documentation all set to go. Because if one paper is missing, it can throw the whole thing off, and now you're back in default. Okay, so a lot of people say, hey, you know what is the problem with getting into default and stuff like that? It doesn't really affect me. I'm just gonna let these loans do what it do. No, don't do that. You don't want to do that though. I'll tell you why. Okay. All right, I'll tell you why. Number 5. All right, so number 4, you want to make sure, like I said before, you have to make sure you make all of your payments on time, transitioning from going from the loan rehabilitation program to going to your new loan servicer, because when you get into default, your loans are somewhere else. So when your loans come out of default, they go to a different loan servicer. So I kind of, sorry y'all if I'm mixing number 3 and number 4 together. Number 5. Okay, so this is what I gotta tell y'all. Okay, so number 5, to get out of default student loans or whatnot, don't go back into default. Okay, don't go back. So just make sure you follow all the steps that I told you guys what to do. So number 1, find out who your loan servicer is. Get into the loan rehabilitation program. Make sure you submit all the documentation that's required for the loan rehabilitation program. Make those payments on time, okay? And then last but not least, be careful not to fall back into default. Okay, so this is the big deal here, why you don't want to fall back into default. Okay, this is how serious it can get. And in my opinion, I would rather have $100,000 in credit card debt than student loan debt, because it's like you're literally signing your life away. Okay, all right, so here's the thing about when you're in default. You have the potential to get your wages garnished if it gets that bad. Yeah, they have a way of finding out where you work at and stuff like that. Oh, you think you're gonna hop job to job? Oh, they will find you. They will find you. Okay, you gotta pay the government back. They will find you. Okay. Let's see here. Oh, you wanna buy a new house? You ain't gonna be able to do that. You wanna know why? Because that defaulted student loan is on there. Yeah, you ain't gonna have no dream house, none of that. You want that job too? Oh, the good paying job. Oh, honey, they look at that too. Oh, yeah, yeah, you didn't think so? Yeah, they look at that too. Let's see. Let's see here. What else? Oh, of course, the big one. It can affect your credit score very negatively. So, if you want your credit score to be good, so you can get the good loans on the cars, homes, and stuff like that, you got to take care of those student loans, the defaulted ones specifically. I see. I'm trying to think. One other thing. Oh, this is a tricky one right here. Okay. Now, if it gets really that bad to where you are so delinquent, like, and you on your deathbed, y'all, there are some cases, some rare cases, but it do happen. They can even go into your estate and recoup the money that way. So that's what I'm saying. Like, the student loans is a huge deal. Don't fall into student loan debt. Defaulted student loan debt specifically. It can really negatively impact your life, your quality of life, what you can and can't do, and stuff like that. And please remember too, it just be responsible. I mean, you are an adult. You're gonna have to really take your time, read those terms and conditions and stuff like that. Just be on your game. Pay your bills on time. Don't slack. Do what you gotta do. Because, honey, listen, nobody got no time to be having their wages garnished or, oh, yeah, I forgot to tell y'all, you can get your taxes offset too. Yeah. You think you're gonna get that refund? Nah. It ain't gonna happen if your loan's in default. Yeah. Yeah, I said that too. I forgot. I don't know how I forgot about that. But just know, the government, they will find a way to get their money. You cannot hide. So please do not fall into student loan default. And this is episode 2 of Fashion Your Fragrance. I am Takara. Please rate, comment, and subscribe. And please tune in for next week's episode. I usually post once a week. I know I still got this Christmas tree in the background. I usually have my backdrop. But I figure I might as well get a picture of the Christmas tree before I have to take it down. It's still January. It ain't past January yet. So I figured that I could. Okay, let me just go. Bye.
Talking pesos, she speaking my language. I'm trying to come up, cause the nigga was down bad. Said the nigga was down bad. Gotta swim or you drown fast. I was broke like a hard cast. Now I'm making them all mad. Cause when you flip it, you don't blow it all fast. I grew up in the trap, started serving that hard glass.